Too much enthusiasm costs you money. Now, when people read this chapter, I've probably gotten more emails and calls and notes about this chapter than any other in the book because it seems to go against everything we've been taught about what makes an effective salesperson, namely that enthusiasm and positiveness is a way to the sale. I don't believe that. I think that might have worked at some time, and I think you need to be enthusiastic and committed and believe in your product. But the instant you let your enthusiasm to sell it eclipse their enthusiasm to solve their problem is when your enthusiasm is out of control. So I've drawn a little depiction here of what I think the inverse graph is, and that is that the higher your enthusiasm, the less likely your buyer is to buy. So if you show up, now you've got to show up, you've got to be nice, you've got to be interested in them, but you don't want to be enthusiastic about your product. I think if you're down here in this region, you have a much higher likelihood of selling the person to whom you're speaking. The more enthusiasm you have, I think that curve goes downward and drops off a cliff. So the key is, how do you position yourself in your brand and your product in a way that is confident, and you're competent about the process, and you believe in your product, and you're good at asking questions, and you're good at matching up what their problems are with your solution. You've got to be good at that. You can't, if you're good at that, you don't have to be enthusiastic because people just feel your value just by you showing up and being in the room and doing what you do so well. So the tip is, drop your enthusiasm down a few notches. If you have wired yourself that way from birth and you're 24 years old and you had a manager who said, you will be enthusiastic if it's the last thing you do, fake it till you make it. If you have that kind of wiring, you're going to have to rewire yourself because in long selling cycles, business to business sales cycles, you need to drop that down because I want the prospect's enthusiasm to solve their problem to be the biggest enthusiasm in the room, not yours. Hope that helps. See you next time.